All right, let's move on to Kirby Dach.
Talk about him before he gets injured again.
Brian, you didn't.
He might have gotten injured right now. It's the game on.
You minimized how I set up the points.
Oh,
Yeah, you like two sentences. Each point is 2 sentences long. I couldn't. I gotta put the main title.
I just need a title.
So he returned last week. Was it last week? Yeah, against
2 games ago.
2 games ago against last game against against the Wild, right? Yes. So today's what, Thursday? He was there Tuesday, right? And he started on the first line. So what do you guys think about that?
Don't agree.
I'm surprised they put him right away on the first line.
I was very disappointed. Like, why would you put this guy first line right away?
I don't think they would have put him on the first line. The only reason they did is because Texier was hurt. Because or else it made sense to slowly rehabilitate him in. But they had to. They're not going to break up the Slavkovsky line, okay?
No.
And they're not going to break up the Anderson, Gallagher, and Dano line. So now it's either you put him on the first line with Suzuki and Caufield, or take Bolduc out with Veleno and Evans, and put Bolduc back up on the first line. But the Bolduc experiment hasn't been working. So well, let's just put Dach there and see what happens. That's my thinking of it, you know? That's why Texier started playing with the top line. Bolduc, and when you put Bolduc on the forward line, he still wasn't producing. There's a big issue there with that guy, you know? Like, there's a big issue.
Why don't they just drop Gallagher and put Dach on the...
Yeah. I think they're starting to have that conversation.
But right now, they needed Gallagher in the lineup, right? Who they sent everybody down. They sent...
I know, but if you put him to go down, no one's going to claim him.
He has to clear waivers.
Oh my gosh. Who's going to pick him up at that price?
Same thing with Anderson, if you want. Now's the time. You make cap space maybe before the start of the year. The start of the
I don't know what the ruling is for guys who, if they can bring them back. Like, it's not like a 2-way contract. They have to clear waivers, but they have to spend a certain amount of time. I think if they're there, and they can bring him back right away.
Once they clear waivers, I think they clear it for a certain amount of days, and then
yes.
Anyway, so that's
Yeah, I was going to say, Demigod brings up a good point. He goes, maybe they're putting him on the first line, try and build his value to try and use him as a trade chip for the deadline. Kirby Dach.
I don't think
it's not a bad theory.
It's not a bad idea, but I think the best way to have done it was to just gradually build them up there. I think they didn't have a choice because Texier was hurt. And when Texier comes back, I think they'll put Texier back on that first line.
I don't think NHL teams put players on first lines to show them off as if it's a video game. Sorry.
Exactly.
I don't think so. Scouts know what they're getting with Kirby Dach. They know the issues, and your trade value is going to go
Suzuki
from a 7th-round pick to a 6th-round pick. I'm sorry, he's a very big liability to take for any team, and anyone making a playoff push is not going to be looking for a guy like Kirby Dach to help them.
I think, if Kirby Dach's on the third line and he's actually productive,
he's not going to be on the third line. Guys, he's going to be on the fourth.
Oh, listen to what I'm saying, okay? Put him on a productive line. Make him try and do something, so he shows like as if he's got some value out there. Not on the first line. Anybody can look good. I can look good on the first line,
Or you can screw up the chemistry that you already have on the first line. When Texier is back, what are you going to...
So
what's the point?
Good point. So this is my point. As soon as Texier comes back, Dach is going to go on that fourth line. And Bolduc, because he's got a 2-way contract, I'm sorry, you're going to Laval.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sorry. I told you guys... Like, there's a lot of upside for this guy, but it's his second year in the league. And what he wasn't producing on the first and second line. They put him to the fourth, and he was still causing issues. Like, they're not going to send down Anderson or Gallagher. Evans, they need him, and Veleno's playing well. It's gonna be Bolduc, and you're gonna have Kirby Dach playing with Evans and Veleno.
I disagree with Demigod's comment there. Sorry, but Dylan Strome didn't have an injury like Kirby Dach. Kirby Dach's never been the same since the injury.
And he hurt it twice.
People are trying to make him right because he was a very talented player, and I disagree. I'm sorry, he's not going to follow the Dylan Strome trajectory, in my opinion. But Demigod can have their opinion.
By the way, tonight they left out Xhekaj. So
that's okay.
Struble is in right now. So on the radio, they're talking about possibly, creating more value for Struble, because he's a defenseman. I mean, he's not.
But they're rotating them.
Those to Struble.
So they're giving, it looks like they're giving them, instead of rotating one game, in order to keep the momentum.
Xhekaj has been playing pretty solid, right?
But you see, when they're rotating them, they're letting them play 2 games and then rotating. At least give them 2 games in a row instead of like you go in one and go out one, go in one, go out one. It's kind of redundant.
Macaroni is getting huge interest in Dach as a former third.
What?
He's a former third, and we're gonna go get the guy that was a first overall pick in Russia. Was the guy from the Edmonton Oilers? Yakupov. He was a first overall pick. Let's go get him. Playoff push.
The worst number 1 pick of all time.
He's considered, huh?
Yeah.
Him and Dagler there.
Yeah, but
Dag played in the NHL.
He had like some pretty decent seasons. Yes. He wasn't a number 1 pick, but he had 40, 50-point seasons.
Yeah.
This guy was...
His career ended quickly. But
1 breakaway goal and...
he was a bust.